Weekly watch report on Monday. 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 So there is a lot of TV that we got to talk about.
So much.
But we're going to start off with the Traitors recap.
So much to talk about with Traitors.
Listen, this man.
And potential reunion drama. Rob.
This man, Rob.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
It is getting to a point where it is fucking
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. And you won't find me going against him.
No.
I am standing firm on rooting for Rob.
No, it's pretty crazy. I mean, perfectly summed up by who was saying it with his laying across the couch in his cropped vest with his arms out.
Eric was yeah.
And he's like
freaking
cool
out
as a cucumber.
He was like, this is big for me. I am freaking out.
Yeah.
Rob is just laying on the couch, stroking Maura's chair. I mean, seeing Dorinda talk about getting murdered by Rob, and she was basically like, thank you. Like, she was just like, he thought about me, and that's what matters. Like,
no, it's the best.
She was like, I had butterflies being murdered by him. Like, it's so fucking funny. Like, everyone, or not everyone, but a lot of the ladies on the show were just in a trance when it came to Rob. And Dorinda was like, me, Natalie, and Maura, were just mesmerized by him.
They just trusted him completely and wholly, absolutely mesmerized by him. The clips are so funny if you haven't seen it. You know, Dorinda went on the Traitors recap show with Bob the drag queen and Boss of Rob. And they're basically trying to be like, Dorinda, like, come on, you gotta be, he played you. Like, and she's like, and I'd do it again. And I'd have him play me all over again. She's like, look, I'm a 60-something-year-old woman. Like, this is thrilling for me.
She was like, it's not often.
Every morning I come down, I got butterflies looking at him.
No, Boss of Rob was like, Dorinda, you come on to win the game. She was like,
Yeah.
She's like, I'm honored to be murdered by him, basically.
And she's like, and I've got no bone to pick. Yeah. She's like, I got no issue.
It's ridiculous.
I'm not mad about it at all.
Absolutely.
She's like, it's just like at the reunion, she'd just shake his hand and be like, thank you.
No, literally, like Regina George punched me in the face.
Yeah, which is it's just so funny. But no, Rob continues to play what appears to be a flawless game, really because nobody's challenging him. Like, maybe it would be different if he was put into one difficult position one time and to see how he reacted. Like, if there was any smoke on him once to just see how he would maneuver it. But he hasn't had to deal with it at all. And honestly, Eric's ended up being probably a great choice because Eric's a terrible traitor. He's freaking out. It took one episode. Kristen has not thought about Rob once. It took one episode for her to be like, Eric's acting weird. We gotta look at Eric.
When Kristen came to Rob and Mark and was like, if I get murdered, it's Eric, genuinely, I started cracking up. I'm like, this man is being fed everything he possibly could.
I didn't think he was going to tell Eric that, though. Like, I thought he was going to keep that a secret.
That's me too, because I was like, oh my God, everyone's just giving him exactly what he needs at all times. He now knows Kristen's on to Eric. Perfect. He's going to use that against Eric.
Yeah.
He did end up telling Eric, but now they're in a situation where they need to decide whether they're going to murder Natalie, Tara, Johnny, or Kristen. Listen, Johnny and Tara blew up their own game. Like, they were like, we are tired of lying about being best friends.
Yeah.
We're best friends. Get us off this show. Like, I think that they both were just like, we don't want to do this anymore. Like, literally get rid of us or don't, but we're sticking by each other's side. Everyone at the table,
these two.
like, Mark was like, yeah, I mean, I have partners I work with too, and like, I wouldn't know. And they're like, no.
They're like, no, we're best friends.
And then Rob was like, Tara and Johnny just
really
let everyone
knew
know
how to react.
We're besties for the resties. Like, literally no one at the table knew what the fuck to do. Everyone was like, looking at them like, huh?
Because they were also like, what are you trying to prove from telling us this? That each other, like you know each other are faithfuls because you're like, no, we're best friends.
Yeah, that's what they were trying to say. They were trying to be like, no, I would trust them with my life. Like,
yeah.
So I
Here's
trust
the
that they're
thing,
faithful.
like even if Fran and I went on this show together, I wouldn't trust you. Like I wouldn't trust anybody.
Yeah.
I you know what I'm saying? Like I guess I would be able to read if Fran was acting weird, and I think you would be able to read if I'm acting weird. But I wouldn't 100% trust you or literally anybody in the castle.
I would never be able to do a show like this with a friend at that level.
Yeah, because you're just like
I just, and because God forbid one of you is a traitor, that's like my worst nightmare.
Right, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, one of us has to be lying to each other the whole time. So
yeah. Because it's also like borderline putting a friendship at risk for like a TV show.
But then you have to go into it going like, all right, we're doing this as a game. Like,
but still, like if I think like if we went on and you were a traitor and I was a faithful and you were lying to my face the whole time and we came out and I'd be like, I don't know. I know it's a game.
That was weird.
I'd be like, I know it's a game, but like that was kind of fucked up.
It's like what Rob said.
like,
It's like
that
the
was
show
really
is called
weird.
Traitors.
Yeah.
It's
different when you go on
but
with
when you
no
go
one-
on and you don't know anybody, fuck you, lie to everybody. I don't care. But
right.
it's just
But
like
if
established
that is true.
relationships.
If we got out and you were like, you were really good at lying about being a traitor, I'd be like, that's fucking weird.
I also was thinking too, it's like,
But
we would never be able to lie about being as close as we are as well, because odds are somebody else in the cast would have been on our show at some point.
For sure. No, I always see the TikToks that are like, get one glass of wine in me, and I'd be like, I have something to tell you, but don't tell anybody. Like that would be me to Fran. I'd be like, listen, promise me you're not gonna tell anybody.
Yeah.
I'm a traitor.
No.
Don't tell anybody.
No, Rhea would be, you'd be like spelling out somebody's name at breakfast, like in your food at me. You'd be like,
I'd be like, I literally would be sending signs. I wouldn't be able to hold it in. I'd be like, I can't fucking lie about this.
But that's why it's so funny that they made it this far and then they had to be like, we're best friends. And I've seen so many funny memes about the two of them because they're like, all these faithfuls are incredibly dumb. Johnny and Tara are glamorously dumb.
That's like, so
which
true.
is so true because they have not followed one lead really in the right direction.
No, it's hilarious.
Johnny maybe a little bit more, but I think they're just like, damn, we're still here.
Eric and Rob putting everything on Tara in that challenge.
Yeah.
Literally, I was like, okay, this is so fucked up. Like, it was so smart, but I'm like,
no,
poor Tara. She's
really
like,
gonna confuse them.
She's like, are you fucking serious?
Every time she's coming out of that box, she's like, what?
Yeah, and Johnny like just refusing to put her name down for anything. I'm like, see, that's why you just can't go on with a best friend like that, because it's gonna put you in a spot where they're probably like, listen, our friendship means more than this fucking game. Like we don't need to win this game.
And by the way, I did laugh too. I was like, there's no way they couldn't make one of them a traitor and one of them a faithful, because my God, NBC would lose their best figure skating.
Oh no, they can't.
Like
do
imagine
that.
if their friendship crumbled after Traitors. Be like, what would they do?
But like, do you think now I'm kind of like, if they did that, would they have been able to do that? Like Johnny,
they should have done.
Would they have been like, I can't do this?
They should have done something like that.
Something could have happened,
because I think that would make things interesting. But I just feel like you can't go into that game trusting anybody. Like as much as you want to, even if I was Johnny and Tara, I'd be like, yes, I trust you 100% outside this game, but like we're in the it's so hard. It's a game about lying.
And
like,
it's just so crazy that nobody has looked at Rob any different way. And like, I still
if he
can't
doesn't win,
believe
it's his game to lose.
It really is. If he doesn't win, it's like he really fucked something up at the end here, because it's just like nobody is thinking about him. And even like after all the Candace stuff, still no one's thinking maybe this goes back to Rob.
So much so that Natalie apologized to Rob and Eric. Natalie's apologizing to the two traitors. She's like, sorry, guys. And they're like, yeah, we all miss. I'm like, this is honestly incredible TV to watch. Although, thankfully, it's the last two episodes, because I could see it getting real boring and repetitive after this. You know what I mean? Like, it's gotten to the point where things are just getting serious now, because like we need to.
There's not much left they can do.
It's such a bad fucking traitor, because
it's so bad.
Poor kid. Because Maura's like, how many do you think are left? And he's like, I would have to say 2. You already got 3. You could be like, I have no idea. I would maybe 1. Like, he's like, yeah, it's probably 2 left. Like, he's just scrambling and, you know, he's new to it. But so I could see Rob at the end being like, fuck all you. I did this by myself. I'm taking all the money. Like, I don't know
100%.
how this. I always forget, like, the ending of the Traitors is always different depending on if Traitors are there, if it's still Faithfuls, because they have to, like, vote if they think there's any more Traitors, right? And then it's like, no, they think everyone's a Faithful, and then they all reveal, like how Suri did in the first season, and then she was like, I'm a traitor, and they were like, no. Like, I think that's what's gonna happen with Rob. Like, I can't wait to see their reactions when they realize this quote unquote sweet man.
Because here's the
thing.
Like,
I think that they might think that Rob's like too dumb and pretty. Like, that's how they look at him. They're 100%. Like, he's not smart and he's really good looking and he can't figure this out.
No, he's being wildly underestimated. And I think that they'll be really hot on Eric. And if they get Eric out, they'll be like, okay, now we've gotten 4 traitors total out of here. I think they're going to feel really confident that everybody left are Faithfuls.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's a good one, because if they vote Johnny or Tara next, and they're not going to be, they're going to be a fail. They're going to be like, oh fuck, there's still another traitor here.
But
if they get Eric,
traitor.
They're going to be like,
I think if they get Eric, they're going to be like, numbers are on our side.
Yeah, they'd be like, we're done.
Yeah.
I mean, who do you think that they should murder?
I was thinking this. I mean,
not Johnny or Tara. They have to keep them both because the scent is so strong on them that it's like, why would you send them home?
Yeah, which is why it could be Mark.
Well, no, they have to get, it's Natalie, Kristen.
Oh, right, I forgot. There's only certain people that they can murder.
Yeah, Natalie,
Mark's
Kristen.
not a part of that.
No.
Natalie, Kristen, Johnny, or Tara. I mean, I don't know, maybe Johnny? I don't think Johnny's really hot on either of them that anyone would be like, oh, if Johnny's murdered, it's probably this person, you know?
Right, but I just feel like sending home Johnny or Tara would be silly because there's so much scent on them that you want to keep them around. Yeah. Whereas, like, if you send Kristen home, then obviously everyone's going to look at Eric, but you can maybe convince other people that it's that it was Tara.
Well, Rob's right move would be Kristen.
Right, but
I don't know if, like, him telling Eric that Kristen was like, oh, if she like, she's on to you. Like, I don't know if Eric's gonna fight back on that or not.
Yeah, I feel like you can maybe make the argument though that if Kristen gets murdered, you can put it on Tara because she was so after Tara.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Natalie, if she gets murdered, it's not being traced back to Rob or Eric because she's so close. She's so close with them. So
right, I guess maybe Natalie is the right choice.
I feel like Natalie would be a good choice, and also Natalie has not been great.
No, she's been
kind of annoying at times.
She also has not been
like when she was looking at Rob being like, say that you have the dagger because they're going to murder me tonight. I'm like, why are you doing this right now?
Yeah, she kind of crumbles in the high pressure situations, which you really wouldn't think from, what was she on, Survivor?
Yeah.
Between that and the banquet, it was like those moments of pure panic, and then she goes full like selfish thinking mode.
Pressure, yeah.
The pressure really, because obviously she wants to make the end. Yeah, I thought that was a little weird. And of course, like, Rob was like, whatever, because it's not like a big deal for me to have to reveal it. But for her to be like, tell everybody you have the dagger, I've been like, shut up.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this right now?
And then that wasn't talked about again.
Yeah.
Like, no one talked about him having the dagger again.
I know. Well, maybe they did. And those roundtables always go on for so long, allegedly, and we don't really get to see every conversation.
But I mean, like, even after when they go back to the castle, like, no one was like, Rob has the dagger.
I know. I imagine they'll definitely talk about it when they get closer to another roundtable, because then they're gonna have to really keep that into consideration for the next vote.
If he flips on Eric and uses both against him, I mean, listen, you gotta do what you gotta do, and if the stench is hard on Eric, he's gonna have to do it. He's gonna have to do Eric like he did Lisa and Candace.
Yeah.
If the stench is hard, you gotta escape it, especially that close to the end.
I know. It's actually so crazy. And then, so allegedly they filmed, they did. No, it wasn't even allegedly. They filmed the reunion.
Yeah.
But allegedly.
Allegedly.
At the reunion, there was some occurrence with Colton and Lisa Rinna. Sources have been saying to multiple, social media accounts and fan pages and all those things that Lisa did confront Colton about the whole hostage statement that he said on the show. I think alluding to perhaps the stalking allegations and using that term hostage and all those things. And I saw multiple reports. I saw reports that it was like Colton stormed off stage and it was a whole big thing and refused to answer any questions that had to do with that, or else he was going to leave. I also saw that like it was brought up and Colton was upset about it and there was already kind of like a planned break. So he had left the stage and had said, I don't want this line of questioning and blah, blah, blah. And so they weren't able to bring it up. And then Lisa herself posted on her social, like, reunion happened. I did what I needed to do kind of thing. She couldn't really say much more than that, obviously.
She was like, he wanted housewife.
Yeah.
I gave him housewife.
Which is fair.
You don't ask for the housewife to come out unless you want it.
You don't poke the bear.
Especially with a reunion hosted by Andy Cohen.
You don't poke the bear unless you want the bear to come out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure that's what happened. I'm just very interested to see what they show.
I am too.
Very interested to see if they put this in, if they don't, if they talk about it at all. Because at the end of the day, it's like, okay, you feel like those things should be addressed because it's been such a big discussion for fans while the show's been on. And I'm sure there's a lot of questions about it. But then it's like, well, you cast him knowing all of this anyway. So is it like a poor reflection on you to then bring it, kind of that back and forth of like, well, we don't really want that to be the focus.
Right.
Because then it's not focused as much on the show. But then it's like, this is your own fault for putting him on the show, knowing that this is what people were going to talk about. So I'm really interested to see what they show.
Yeah, I think that the reunion, especially also because Rob and Candace, I feel like Candace is going to go for Rob. But for me, it's like I really enjoyed Candace on the show, and I think that she did a great job. No one was on to her. And I think that she sunk her ship by tying herself to Lisa Rinna too much. Like, yeah. I think that there was no reason to tie herself to Lisa like that.
Yeah.
And she probably could have made it so much further and potentially even won at the end. And other than that, though, I think Rob wins that argument with just like, I was playing a game.
Yeah. By the way, the Colton finding out Rob was a traitor video, underwhelming. I thought he was going to be a little more surprised.
I think he was trying to play it cool,
I guess there's some rumors online that they think that Rob and Colton were working so closely together that Rob tipped Colton off on who are the traitors.
I don't think so. I
don't
honestly,
think so either.
I really think that they have people just want to believe that, but I really think that they have things in the contract, and I was reading this that like, first of all, they are 100% not allowed to tell people that they're a traitor.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you can't like swear on family members and stuff that you are a faithful or something. Yeah. Because remember we talked about this
happened.
Where
didn't that happen?
No, Stephen Clutty, he went to say
past seasons. Didn't someone did that?
I don't remember that.
Oh, I thought maybe not. Who's the one with Danielle? Did Danielle say like I'm a grandmother, like or whatever she was saying?
Oh,
in the other season when she was like trying to prove to everyone she was a faithful.
Something
maybe not like I swear on them, but like close
to it. Yeah, because remember Steven, I caught this when he went to say I swear, and then he like changed what he was about to say.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's weird. They must like really not be allowed to say that. And then I saw someone comment that must have been on one iteration of the show in one country.
Right.
That was like, it's in the contract that you can't like swear on family members' lives.
Right. That makes sense.
Because then everyone would be swearing up and down the hill. They'd be like, I literally swear on my life that I am a faithful.
God, I'm not. I mean, it's like an impossible Google search, but I feel like I feel like Danielle said something.
I do remember what you're saying, and it was like she didn't swear.
Chriselle says Danielle swore on her grandkids.
Oh.
So I don't know if we heard her say it.
I don't think we heard her say it.
I don't think we heard her say it, but I think Chriselle was saying that she was saying it to people.
Okay, yeah. So they must have cut that out.
Yeah.
Because you can't say it, so they must have just not put that in. And then, okay, yeah. Yeah.
Yes, which is why I think that was something that they talked about in the reunion, because they were like, you were swearing on your grandkids.
Right. I wouldn't swear if I was a traitor. I would just swear if I was a faithful. I'd be like, I swear I'm a faithful. I swear.
Well, that's what they all say. They're like, I'm 100% a faithful. It's like, oh, you're 100%.
Yeah, that's what they say. Like, I'm 100% faithful. But I guess that's not swearing. But like, if you're going to swear on someone's life, you got to be telling the truth, in my opinion.
Yeah, agreed.
You know?
Agreed.
So... yeah, well, I cannot wait for the next 2 episodes. I mean, I wish the finale was this week. I like I said, I've been trying to figure out how the fuck this ends. I can't.
I know.
It's the first show that I've ever been like, well, I guess besides The Bachelor years ago, but like that I'm really looking for spoilers. Like if something just comes across my desk, I can't help myself. But I have like actively been seeking out the fucking spoiler of this show, and it is locked tight, man. It is nowhere to be found.
No, I'm very excited to see how it all ends. And once, Rob, he's just flying through it.
He is. And then they did at Dancing with the Stars Live put up a thing, Rob Roush for Dancing with the Stars.
Ezra, perfect.
We can only hope.
Rob Roush for DWTS.
Do you think conflicting networks?
Yes, but I think that they would still, I think it wouldn't be a problem.
They would be like, listen, we need the viewership.
I think
he's
so popular enough. It's like, I mean, they wanted Boston Rob.
True.
On Dancing with the Stars, allegedly, and he turned it down.
And Dylan Efron.
Dylan, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
It's also like Rob's not like working for Peacock or NBC.
No,
He's like his own guy.
I mean, obviously it's different because it's like Boston Rob's coming from Survivor, which was, hey, another network, CBS. And Dylan wasn't on like a show before. Rob's like came through the NBC Universal
right,
walls.
but I don't think
it would be an issue.
Everybody's
I really
making
don't.
crossovers these days.
I don't. And Dancing with the Stars through the years has always pulled different people from different worlds and shows and networks. Of course, they're pushing heavy the like ABC world of reality people. But if Rob comes out of this show as the fucking winner of and just crushes Traitors, they're gonna want him.
Yeah, I wonder if he would do it.
So you're rooting for Rob, like these final two episodes, because I think it would be more fun, like in terms of a viewing experience, to see him get got when he thinks he has it in the bag.
No, I am rooting for Rob.
It's like. It seems like a lock that he's going to win at this point.
At this point, I'm not rooting for the Faithfuls whatsoever. I actually would be really disappointed if they won. I would be like, no, he fucking rocked this whole game. I would be pissed if he lost.
We also are under the Rob spell.
Listen, if Rob sat at that table,
these girls, the pretty privileged, they're all wearing. We're like, yeah, we want Rob to win.
No, I mean, listen, he's also just done such a good job that I would be pissed if all of a sudden the Faithfuls win at the end. I'd be like, they didn't do shit.
But it's like he is doing such a good job because he hasn't had one single challenge to overcome.
Yeah, right, but he also has been playing smart though.
No, yes, he's been playing smart. He's been playing smart. And you can look at the moves he's made when he's turned on the other traitors, recruiting Eric. Like they all probably are going to benefit him greatly at this point. Even just from the 1 second we saw of people doubting Eric, it's like, yeah, now this is probably going to make sense. But here's the thing. It's like, I don't know. We'll see how it pans out. But if Kristen is so much on Eric and she's like, your attitude is changing now, you would think that would make you think, oh my God, maybe he's been recruited because he was acting one way the whole show. Now he's acting completely different. Which then would make you think, well, then there's got to be one other traitor because then who the hell recruited him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the fact that they won't even look in Rob's direction
it's crazy.
all. Like, Maura jumps down anybody's throat who accuses Rob.
Yeah.
Like, she's just like, you don't hear Maura speak, and then all of a sudden someone...
That's someone that I want to see her reaction to Rob.
You know, if Rob was carrying me physically through every single challenge, I'm not down. If
she jumps down anybody's throat, even says
it's not Rob.
She's like Maura's quiet and then gets so defensive.
Yeah.
Also, Eric, easy fucking response to you being accused of being quiet. I've been wrong about everything else, so I'm a little nervous to speak up now. Like. So
he did the one thing you can't do, which is like,
Eric had such an easy defense to be like,
I know.
I've been so wrong that I'm actually just now I'm rethinking the game.
He's so sweet. Some people, and it's nice because it gives you a little bit of, faith. He was faithful, so give you a little bit of faith that there's some people out there who just cannot tell a lie.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel he is one of them.
Yeah.
Like he cannot tell a lie. He crumbles.
He is
crumbles
crumbling
under
in front
the
of our
pressure
eyes.
of telling a lie.
Like Kristen, I would be scared.
Totally.
I would be like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
But do you think if they go after Eric and get Eric, and then it's like Rob is like 3 for 3, and like every time he speaks up, he's just getting a traitor. Like no one's gonna be.
No, I don't think Rob needs to be the one.
But you don't think he would?
I don't think Rob needs to be the one to lead the charge. I think Rob can kind of sit back, and if they keep Kristen is gonna go hard for Eric, I think, and then he can be like, Kristen made a good argument. Right, and flip his thing over and go.
He'll at least
sorry,
have
Eric.
to back her up a little bit because I feel like Kristen is like telling Rob like Eric's being weird, so it's like he can't just not acknowledge
Well, he could do what Candace did.
Yeah.
What he did to Candace. Like he didn't go hard at Candace. He was
didn't.
Just like
it's not, which is why it's just like I don't think he's gonna have to say to anybody like, guys, I think it's Eric. Guys, I think it's Eric. Like I think he can just.
I think Mark and Kristen are gonna be spreading it.
Yeah. So man, it's crazy. You know who can tell a lot of lies? The cast of Tell Me Lies. Can we talk about episode 7?
Yes, we could talk about episode 7 of Tell Me Lies. There is a lot to unpack in the final episode that's coming up.
So much to unpack.
They really opened up a lot of storylines that they're going to have to potentially wrap up forever.
Potentially forever. I don't know. Because I think we're in this limbo of not knowing if the show's going to continue. And I think them saying like, oh, the show could end after season 3 has all of our minds jumbled. Like it's kind of putting us in a pretzel of like, so is it the end? Is it not? And if it is the end, are we going to be disappointed by them saying this could wrap up the whole show? Because watching episode 7, I'm like, my God, how could we possibly wrap it up? I thought maybe there'd be another jump to the wedding. There wasn't. So like there's no wedding time to see like how that's all going with Steven putting that stuff together with the phone. And just when I thought, and by the way, the most really pointless evil character on this show, Oliver. Like he's done nothing but create turmoil and distress for everybody. And I don't think there's going to be like any reckoning for him. I think it's just there's so much going on with his storyline that I'm like, they kind of have to ignore it for the 8th episode, which is, I think, going to be super annoying. I'll be shocked if it's the other way, just because it's like, not only there's the stuff with Brie, there's the stuff with, what's her face? What's the younger girl's name too? Iris Apatow's character. Amanda. There's the stuff with his wife. Mm-hmm. There's the stuff with Evan. Like there's just so much that it's like you need 3 episodes just to figure out what the fuck's gonna go on with Oliver.
They opened up too much with Oliver that now they're not gonna have time to close.
Right. And it's like
because we need to close everything else about because now we just don't care about Oliver when it comes to everybody
it's
every other character.
Every other relationship. And it's almost like Oliver's just been used as a catalyst to create drama for everybody else, but not really have any, like, there's no consequences. Like, None. It's just like him telling Evan, like, hey, you basically just need Brie to need you. And Evan Evan taking that and being like, oh, I know how I'll get her to need me. Ruin her potential relationship with her mom. What kind of crazy jump is that, you psycho evil people?
They're all insane.
Psycho evil people. You're like, I got to show Brie that she needs me. I'll cut off her family.
Yeah.
So she finally gets to have a good relationship, or she's working on a relationship with her mom. Evan goes and gets her drunk before the art gallery thing. And when he whispers to Brie that she was like this when he picked her up, I almost threw my phone and smashed my television. I went, oh. At 2, Evan?
Just when you think that Evan's not as bad as the rest of them.
Yep. He pulls maybe the worst move of them all. I couldn't believe it. This is
definitely not the worst move of them all.
Not the worst move of them all. Not the worst move of them all. But in the moment, like if I thought about it, it's like, yes, Steve has done some crazy shit, but like, and even there, I mean, other people's family members have been involved. Wrigley, obviously, but going for Bree's mom, who has had her fair share of issues, and Bree's finally coming around to potentially being able to have some sort of relationship with her, and is clearly walking on eggshells because she doesn't want to fuck it up. And then you just blow it up. You just blow it all up. I couldn't believe it. What a absolute asshole move.
Really insane. And you're almost thinking like, how do they come up with this shit? You know what I mean? Like, oh, Evan's gonna go get Bree's mom drunk and bring her to the show.
And like, by the way, you're watching like do like, oh, that's nice. Evan offered to pick her up. Like, okay,
yeah. Oh, can't possibly be a nice thing.
I know. And I kind of thought, oh, when he's like, oh, do you want to get a drink before? I'm like, oh, that's maybe like not a great idea. But it was him. Oh, I picked her up like this. I went, oh my God, so crazy, so. By the way, like desperate and gross, like really unattractive and desperate.
Yeah, taking Oliver's advice there.
Yeah, really desperate.
Asking for his advice at all.
Yeah,
is
insane.
hilarious.
And it's just like, oh, and then he gets to actually marry her too. I'm like, ugh.
No.
God, doesn't deserve that. And I mean, one after another just got worse and worse. Pippa's been cheating on Wrigley forever. She's in love with Diana, and Wrigley breaks up with her, and she has the gall to like be the victim in it.
The way that this pissed me off so much because Diana and her had like broken up right before that. She gets broken up with twice in one day, and it's like all of a sudden she's coercing Wrigley to have sex with her, and you can tell he didn't want to.
Yeah. Really uncomfortable.
So uncomfortable.
Really uncomfortable. As you're just like, okay, so you've been cheating on Diana. He breaks up with you. You're now acting like you're upset that Wrigley broke up with you. Mm-hmm. And you're being like, oh, I'm sad Wrigley broke up with me. Okay, not a lot of ground to stand on there. You go to Diana, that implodes. So you go back to Wrigley?
Awful. Absolutely awful.
Awful.
I do think initially she had to act like somewhat upset because if she didn't, it would have been too obvious.
I think so too, but then she like went to Diana. It was like, I was broken up with. It's like, what?
But
you
also,
don't care?
Wrigley was like, you don't feel what I'm feeling? Like we're
she
just like,
she could have been like, you know what,
you're right.
I love, like, you're probably right. Like, and I think maybe we are
really
better as
her
friends.
Out exactly for what she did, being like, you're only with me because you feel bad. And
she was stunned. She was absolutely stunned at
why
Wrigley
she was
being
acting
like,
surprised.
we're like friends. I'm
shocking.
Like, what do you mean you're stunned? And Wrigley was like, wait, and he was really trying to stick to his feelings, and she made him feel bad, and like, was like, please have sex with me, and it made him feel bad, and like, coerced him into that. And
Bree's
then
calling him.
And then poor Bree.
Yeah.
Once again, and honestly, like, I am so rooting for Wrigley and Bree to be together.
Yeah.
But doesn't seem likely at this point.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's happening with Lucy's mental state, because you're watching things happen. So like in our reality, these things are happening. But then she's forgetting things, and like, she had that conversation with the girl that was with Steven of like, where, and then the girl's like, you already told me this, Lucy. And she's like, oh my God, I did? Which makes you second guess her storyline of like what's happening. And you're second guessing her narrative, like how she's seeing things. Mm-hmm. So she goes to Steven, has this absolute meltdown, breakdown. He gives her back the tape. And you're just kind of like, wow, he's giving her back the tape, which feels like something he wouldn't do. But I had a lot of people in my DM saying this too, and it made a lot of sense of like, he's in it for the game. He's in it for the back and forth. He's in it for the I torture you, you try to torture me kind of thing. And like seeing her absolutely crumble like this is not like the fun game that he thinks torturing her is. And gives it back to her. But then you're also kind of like, is she remembering this all correctly? I don't know, because she's remembering other things not correctly.
Yeah, it did feel like in that moment he was kind of like, okay, like this has gone too far. Like, like he was like, this isn't fun anymore for me. Like you lost your mind.
Yeah.
And
wasn't the best strategy from Lucy too to like try to like get back together with him to get the tape.
Yeah. Well,
like
she doesn't know
in the episode,
she doesn't know what's going on.
No, she has no clue.
Like she's been put into a.
No, she's trying everything. She is absolutely.
She did think she was like kind of genius at the beginning of that, where she's
like, but she's so like mentally crushed by him having this tape that's like, obviously you see it, she crumbles. Then she has this moment of relief where she gets it back. She seems like she can finally breathe for the first time, and Bree sees the Facebook pictures and looking back on them and is like, oh, Lucy and Evan look pretty cozy in the back of this photo. You're going, oh no. Which all obviously ties back, which is where I think like a lot can be covered in episode 8. But all the like side storylines, that's why they were going to be disappointed that those things aren't maybe touched on as much. But
we also need a lot of the present.
We need
I
a lot
want to know
of the
what's
present.
happening in 2015.
We need a lot of the wedding. Like, give me the wedding. We need what's going on there, because all we see Bree say like, I'm the worst person ever.
Right.
So we need to know what she did.
Yeah.
Which is not good, because obviously you see her looking at that picture. She's marrying Evan. She doesn't seem that upset about the. Well, she already knew about it clearly, or put something together. So you got to think she does something to Lucy,
right? Because Lucy's in her wedding.
Yeah,
she's marrying Evan. What could it? And
right. You got to think she does something to Lucy that's like a secret.
Yeah.
The options are endless.
The options really are endless.
The options are endless because she's got a lot of shit on Lucy.
You never know where their show's going.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is not good. I've seen a lot of theories of like Bree's gonna take the tape.
The tape. Well, Lucy should have like fucking crushed that shit and threw it in the garbage and like lit it on fire
immediately. So I don't know. We'll see how it all ends.
Steven wouldn't sneak back in and take it back.
Yeah, right.
You know.
It's also like Steven gives her the file, but it's how do you know he doesn't have like a million copies?
And he's like, how do you know? I don't make a copy. You just have to trust. That,
Yeah. No, I really don't trust you at all.
No, like, why would I? Why would I
kind of fell for it though. I was like, you know what? I believe him.
I don't think he has a copy.
I don't know. The way he said it, I was like, he felt bad. Like he that was the first time I think ever that on his face I was like, does he actually feel bad for her?
I don't know if he felt bad or was just like, nah, this isn't fun anymore.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know if he's capable of feeling bad.
Yep. Agreed.
But I get what you're saying. You're like, don't let him have this moment of humility right now because he is such a piece of garbage. But I will didn't rate Traitors. I'll give it an A. I will give Tell Me Lies an A-. Love is Blind.
I haven't started yet.
I won't spoil anything, but Love is Blind, the classic formula of you're watching it, you're going, me too. This ain't gonna work. And you just watching. The greatest is watching them all meet for the first time.
Yeah, for sure.
Like when they mix and mingle, and they get together, and you just get to see it all like kind of dwindle.
There's one like bad guy on here, right? There's like a guy that I saw was accused by like multiple women of like I think assault.
Who?
I'm not sure which one.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, there's like they made like a website.
Oh shit. I did not see that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened, but I think he's like, I guess now I'm seeing this news article that this guy's suing her.
Oh shit.
Accusing her of defamation after she publicly alleged he sexually assaulted her.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, I got to look into that. That's not good. I didn't see that.
Not good.
I will give.
You watched all the episodes that are out?
All the episodes. I will give it a B+.
Yeah.
It is always entertaining. You always are like, oh my God, these people may wear. No, this ain't gonna work. I watched the Love Story. John F. Kennedy Jr.
and Carolyn
Bessette. Listen, I watched all 3 episodes really fast, back to back. Sometimes I just like a show that's like in New York City. And honestly, watching this, like I separated it from the real life story because a lot of people are like, this is, not all of it is how it, right? It's like fabricated. There's a lot of made up events.
A lot of stuff's dramatized.
Right. A lot of it's dramatized, and people didn't really know the ins and outs of their relationship like they think they did.
Yeah, of course.
And all of that. So I kind of watched it in a lens of as if I was watching a show that wasn't about real people, even though it is about real people. And I think you kind of have to look at like a Ryan Murphy show like that because there's so much now about.
Yeah. And I mean, Ryan Murphy does that with most of the shows.
Naomi Watts as Jackie.
Not your cup of tea.
I had to like fast forward at points. I was like,
I agree.
Holy shit. Like this is bad. And
we thought, now I'm forgetting her name. Dakota Fanning was bad. Not Dakota Fanning. Dakota Johnson.
Oh.
That's
Dakota
Jackie.
Johnson.
Am I?
Natalie Portman played Jackie.
Natalie Portman played Jackie.
Are you thinking Kristen Stewart as Princess Diana?
Yeah. I was going to say that's definitely what he's thinking.
Yeah. No, I had to fast forward. I was like, this is
not good.
I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then Daryl Hannah, I don't know much about her, but they made her character also insufferable as well. I think that the 2 mains have fantastic chemistry. Yeah, in my opinion. I think that the actors that play JFK Jr. and Carolyn have great chemistry. And it's good. I'll give it a B.
Yeah.
Like I'm enjoying my time watching it, but I understand if people have gripes with it because they're like, nobody ever even really heard Carolyn talk. She never did interviews.
Nope, there's apparently only 18 seconds of her.
Right. So you don't really know how she would act. They only have stories that people told about her.
Right.
And
which I guess gives her Sarah Pigeon. You think her last name is just pronounced Pigeon?
I think so.
It's got to be, right?
Yeah.
More creative liberties, I think, in that case. And I think she's fantastic.
I think she's really good. Now,
I think she's
is she
really
acting
good.
like Carolyn? I have no idea.
No clue.
But I think she's really good.
But she's really good. Because at first, like, with JFK, I was like, I don't know about this one. Like, I wasn't.
I'm not buying him.
I wasn't.
think she's good.
I mean, granted, they look exactly the same, of course. Like, that was the main reason for this casting. But the acting, I was like, I don't know. And he's definitely gotten better as it's gone on. But like halfway through the first episode, I was like, I don't know if I'm buying this guy. And it definitely got a lot better for sure. They do have great chemistry. Yeah, I don't know much about Daryl, but I do think that there's a lot about her as a person that how she was like off camera and stuff that maybe connects to this. It's like you said, it's tough to watch a show like this because at least for me, like I'm watching scenes and I'm immediately Googling like, how did this happen and did this happen? Like the dog dying, I was like, oh my God, did this really happen? Did.
Right.
So it's like there's certain things that I'm just like, oh my God.
Right.
But you're fact checking almost.
Yeah, because some of the stuff at Calvin Klein like didn't happen. Like they didn't meet that way.
Yeah.
Calvin Klein, I think it was like he came in for fitting and she fitted him and that's how it did. But like they didn't meet at this event by Calvin Klein. So there are obviously some things that are just like kind of thrown in there to like make a good show. But I think the casting like looks wise is pretty spot on.
Yeah.
But you're right with him. I was like, okay. And then I think he gets better as the show goes on.
I think it's also like better than we expected because the show was kind of getting crushed before it even came out, just from like the photos of them and people I think being upset about the show being made or the way they looked or all these different things. So in the sense of that, it's like, well, I'm enjoying watching, and I think once we get past, like once we get more of them, it will be better too. Because these early episodes was a lot of Jackie.
The third one was all about Jackie.
Yeah, which is fair because it's a big part of the story. Jackie Kennedy Onassis passing, but it was maybe Naomi Watts' worst performance, I think.
I couldn't watch.
Yeah.
I had to fast forward her parts.
Yeah.
It's in the third episode, I was like, get me through this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. It sounds terrible, but I was like, oh, God.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying watching the two main characters because I just think that they have a lot of chemistry.
Yep.
So, yeah, that is everything I watched, I'll say.
Nothing, no catch up on All Stars?
No.
Fuck. I'm dying for you to watch All Stars.
I will watch.
But the season's going to be over.
I'll catch up. I got time.
The season's going to be over.
I watched like 2 episodes, so I feel like I can't really.
Well, I'll talk about All Stars for a second because I think everyone that is caught up is maybe feeling the same things that I'm feeling, where the train is off the tracks. This like Belle, Lucinda, everybody doesn't like Lucinda situation has just gone on for too long. It really doesn't have anything to do with the couples, to be honest. Like, it has nothing to do with any of their relationships. It's just the drama in the villa that not a lot, but some of the girls feel like they really can't be around Lucinda at all. And there's this back and forth of like, is this really who Lucinda is, or is it more like manipulative and calculated? Like she's more calculated. What word am I trying to say?
Calculated?
She's calculated. Yes.
Calculated.
Yeah, calculated.
I think that's it.
That's what I'm trying to say. They think she's more calculated than she's leading on to be.
Mm-hmm.
That this whole like baby voice, play dumb thing is like a manipulation tactic, basically. And she's kind of like, it's just me. Like, I'm kind of just a little bit of a weirdo. I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, now you're just attacking my character, all these things. And at first, I was kind of like, okay, Lucinda has been driving me a little crazy. It's tough to watch. But Belle has gone so hard on her that now it's like hard to watch that. You know, when it's, when things turn.
Yeah.
And you're like, Belle, you had us and you lost us.
Because you don't want to fight mean girl with mean girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's
and
almost
that's
like
what it's turned into.
You almost want to do like the kill 'em with kindness, where it's
Yeah.
like whenever you take that step further, then you almost become the one in the wrong.
Yeah. And whether or not Lucinda is like being sneaky with how she's doing it, what they've been saying is like Lucinda loves to rage bait people, which I kind of do think she does like. But I don't really know if deep down if it's like malicious intent. I think she's on TV and I think she likes to be on TV. I think she likes to stir the pot a little bit, like, but not in her mind. It's not that deep. Like in her mind, she's like, we're on TV. I'm stirring the pot a little bit, like creating drama, whatever. For the other girls, they're like, you're a terrible person. We hate you. And it's just like became too much. Belle's constantly yelling at them. And I mean, Sean continues.
Is it good TV?
It was, but now it's not. Like
now it's just like annoying.
Like it was for a few episodes for sure, where you're like, oh, like the girls are popping off constantly. But I think we're on maybe episodes like where they're bringing up the same fights, they're bringing up the same arguments, the same drama, and now it's getting kind of tired because they're just yelling at each other in just like a mean way. And I think Belle had a lot more on her side, and now she's just really lashing into her. And you're like, okay, now this is like Belle. I think still thinks she's on her season where previous like the early Love Island UK seasons. My God, would they yell at each other?
Oh,
my God! But that hasn't really been the case as of more recent seasons, and she's stuck where it's just like popping off all the time at them, and it's just gotten to be too much in my opinion. It was okay drama for a few episodes, but now this situation needs to be remedied. They got to move on. They either need to like stop talking or just figure out other things, because there are like other relationship drama that's going on, but it gets overshadowed every time because Belle just starts yelling at Lucinda and Sean. And it's just like, okay, now this has just been going on for too long.
Yeah.
They can't have any other conversations about any of the other couples or what else is going on, or like some of the new people are starting to make moves or maybe looking at other people. But that drama is it's just taken over. It's got to be too much. It's got to end. I don't know if they need a vote or something. And I'm not up to date on the UK time, so maybe something happened like this weekend that I haven't seen yet. But they gotta get themselves together. I think, and this is whatever. I'm sorry if I saw some things on social media that people were joking that they thought like production had to get involved. Like they were like, production had to like get involved and tell everyone to fucking get themselves sorted. Like just figure it out. So we'll see what happens there. But it is good. I mean, I think I'll give like these last week of episodes like a B+. It's good, but the fighting has just gotten a little too repetitive for me, and like they're just being nasty. It's like at certain points good TV, and then it just turns and then you're like, this is just straight up nasty behavior now. And Traitors, I'll give an A. Tell Me Lies, I'll give an A. Honestly, I thought that episode was really good. And Love Story, I will give it a B-. I like it. And I'm going to keep watching, but definitely not like blown away.
Yeah, and I feel like you do kind of have to just watch it in the way of like, this isn't really the story, and like this is
which is hard to do.
It is very hard to do because you're Googling every 5 seconds.
JFK Jr.
Yeah, no, exactly. But because you have no idea if what is being shown is like the real event. Like,
I had a conversation with Joe, like we were watching it together, and it start episode 1, they're getting on the plane, and I was like, wow, we're starting with this. And Joe was like, what? And I was like, you don't really know anything about JFK.
Oh, yeah, I had the same.
You don't know anything about JFK Jr., do you? And he was like, honestly, no. I was like, well, maybe don't Google it then. Like,
hey, don't get it spoiled for you.
No, I saw a lot of people online saying the same thing, because I had like done a deep dive on this like however long ago, just out of like curiosity. So I feel like I knew I know a lot about JFK Jr. weirdly.
Yeah.
But I saw a lot of people online just watching it as if it was just like a Tell Me Lies type show, being like, wait, they really crashed the plane. Like,
but I also feel like being like, you guys both go to the Cape or Martha's Vineyard. Like, I feel like you probably
like
know
Kennedy,
a lot about that. Like, because that's where it
took. Also,
going
Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah, just something about him being JFK's son is like so interesting to me. You
right,
know?
and
like,
he just grew up always in the spotlight, even though his dad.
Yep.
Happened when he was 3.
Yeah,
that is the fascination.
Yes, 100%. But I'm definitely going to keep watching. I'm enjoying it. I'm not caught up on the beauty, but I did watch episode 5.
I think.
Oh no,
that would have been 4 then if you're not caught up.
Okay, so then I watched episode 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's the one you watched last week. Because what's her face? We were talking
Actually,
about.
No,
it.
you're right. This is gonna be 7 this week, so that would have been 5 then.
Okay, so I watched 4 and 5.
Yeah.
I'm still really enjoying it. I'll give it a B+. I think it's really good. I'm really liking it. I don't want to give like too much away, but I'm definitely enjoying it. I don't see too many people talking about it.
Yeah, I don't really see like people online.
Yeah, but I am very much enjoying it. I think it's like, this is to me Ryan Murphy's like bread and butter. I know this.
2 Ryan Murphy shows at the same time.
Ryan Murphy
How
shows.
does this guy have any time?
Yeah. Seriously. Joe and I finished Ponies, which I really liked. Cliffhanger at the end. I hope they make a second season. My God, it ended on the biggest cliffhanger of all time. So I thought that was good. There's a couple episodes that I was like meh on, but overall I enjoyed the show. It was definitely better in like the last 2 or 3 episodes. I'm excited to see what else is happening. I think they got to do a second season with the way like so many other storylines that just did not wrap up. I'll give that a B. I liked it. Summer House. We didn't talk about Summer House.
Oh yes, Summer House.
Summer House episode 2 came out, and my God, I can't think of what did they do?
It was when Kyle was complaining to the guys about how Amanda
smokes too much weed.
Smokes too much weed in her apartment's dirty.
Yeah, right.
And then Amanda catches them, and then they have the dinner.
Yeah.
And Ciara.
Yeah.
Which they were making a Euphoria joke, because Ciara was like, "Is this fucking speech about you?" And then Amanda was like, "Is this fucking play about us?" Which was a Euphoria joke, and Kyle flipped out. Obviously, I'm sorry. I don't have one piece of me that feels bad for Kyle ever. Like, I don't care if Amanda is smoking weed and has the apartment a mess because it's probably to deal with you. You know what I mean? Like, she's probably just trying to drown out you. Okay? Like, and it was funny the next day, Amanda put on her story it was like a meme, and it was like my coping mechanism, and it was like a joint. And it was like, shut the fuck up. You're never, by the way, you said yourself that you have been home for one weekend from January to June. Yeah. So how do you expect Amanda to give a
she
shit
lives alone, basically,
about you or what? Like, I don't have an ounce that feels bad for him. I really don't. It's just been a long time coming.
I also just don't like the game of like, oh, everyone's talking about things that I do wrong. Let's talk about things Amanda does wrong.
And also, by the way, like a guy conversation on TV, like Wes being like, when do you fuck?
Yeah,
like,
right.
I'm sorry, you're like
so fair, but I'll be honest, I was also wondering.
No, obviously a question you like when a couple is like fighting like that, and you're like, all right, are you guys
having sex?
Are you guys having sex or what? Yeah. But Amanda is standing right there.
No, she's right there for sure.
And he's like, so when do you guys fuck? And Kyle's like, well, she smokes weed every night. Like, first of all, that doesn't make you just automatically not have sex, by the way. Like, smoking weed does not equal doesn't have sex. Like, so that it's just like,
why do I feel like Kyle has like such a like narc grandpa view of like smoking weed?
Yeah, he's like, oh, she smokes weed, so we don't have sex. Yeah. Like, that was a cop-out answer. Like, maybe she doesn't want to be intimate with you.
My wife's a pothead.
Yeah, like, I don't know, maybe she doesn't want to be intimate with you because you don't show her any kind of love in any other way. So why would she want to be intimate with you? Like, I don't know. Yeah. Obviously, it's a question you ask because you're like, are you guys even doing it? Like, what, what's your what's your love life like at home?
I'm very interested to see like kind of what other storylines appear from this season, because right now it is very Kyle and Amanda focused. I think it's probably going to stay very Kyle and Amanda focused, of course. But there's so many other people in the house. Like, I just think it's going to be a little overkill if it's like just so hard on Kyle and Amanda every episode. But we'll see.
I don't know. Just I don't feel bad for that man at all.
Yeah,
like
I know you don't.
It's like he asks questions and he's like, I don't know why she's acting like this. And it's like, what do you mean you don't know why? We even know why she's acting like this, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it's very apparent there's tension.
Yeah, just like at the end of the day, they just don't like it. Like, they just don't like each other.
They're a married couple, and like neither of them have said the entire week. Neither of them have said to each other like, "Let's talk about what happened."
Yeah,
like, even if Kyle, like, it should be on Kyle, obviously, to apologize to Amanda, but like, you're a married couple. You don't just say to him, "Hey, what the fuck was that?" Like,
right.
You don't just like bring it up. Like, I don't understand. They lack communication.
Yeah,
in
and then
all
it's also
areas.
Like, and then I think they do save stuff for TV. Like, it seems like they save stuff for when they're filming almost.
Right, but it makes no
which is
sense
weird
to me. I'm just like, you guys are married. You don't speak to each other.
Yeah.
Now I guess it makes sense.
Yeah. Well, it just really goes to show. I think they hit the point where like, yeah, they still have love for each other, but they don't like each other.
No, no, they're not in love with each other.
Yeah.
You know.
So, but I'll give this episode a B.
Yeah, I'll give it a B
fine.
as well.
I watched all of up to episode 5 of the Night and the Seven Kingdoms. The Night of the Seven Kingdoms?
Night of the
Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I keep fucking up the name every time I put it on. I'm like, Seven Nights, Kingdom, whatever.
Same diff.
The Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Fantastic show. One of the better products from HBO in a while, I think. And it's a mini series. It's really short. It's only 6 episodes, but it is a Game of Thrones, in the Game of Thrones world. It's a George R.R. Martin novella about Sir Dunk and Egg. And it's so good. Episode 5 was such a great episode where I was like on the edge of my seat, so captivated, but also at that old school Game of Thrones gore where I was like almost throwing up. Like I was like, eh! Like it was borderline disgusting. Like people getting fucking swords in their eyeballs. Just like, oh my, over the top gore. But It was such a good episode. They covered so much in that 40 minutes.
And
I know you're watching.
It's not
you
even
watched
42. It's like 30, which is like people are upset, but I kind of see both sides of it. Where I'm like,
well, because there's just not much to the story. I don't think.
But people think that there's gonna be another season. Like I don't know.
Oh really?
Yeah, I don't.
Well,
really
to be honest, I don't know how much. Like I don't know how much source material they have.
I don't think they'd have that much. Yeah, that's the thing.
So it's like maybe they have to turn it into something else. But this episode 5 had a little bit of like Dunk's background and the current fight, and my God, my jaw dropped at the end of that episode.
Here's the thing, I got it. I wouldn't say spoiled because it's like these were books.
Yeah.
But I like because after episode 4 I was like obsessed with it, so it was my whole thing. So then I knew what was gonna happen.
So
because
like people know about the lineage and like who dies
everyone knew
and whatnot.
Who was gonna die in that episode before it happened.
Not me.
Yeah.
Which like didn't really ruin it for me. It would have been more of a shock. But yeah, especially even like the end of episode 4 for me was like maybe the peak of this so far. Like, that speech that he gave and like. Yeah, I would agree. Like, it's one of the better shows I've seen
really
in a
good.
while. And like the
solid
that kid
show.
is so good.
He's so good. He is so precious. When he screamed "wait" at the top of his lungs, I'm like, oh my God, this little kid's a fantastic actor.
And I don't actually know their names off the top of my head, both of them, but they seem like they're like best buddies now.
Yeah,
which is funny.
Really cute. It's a great show. It's very much an A. Very, very good. Yeah. Very, very good. And then I went to go see Wuthering Heights. G and I saw it Thursday night. And I'll be honest, I'm a little nervous to say how I feel about this movie because we're getting some crazy discourse over this film. Mm-hmm. And I think we kind of anticipated that happening, but it's gone to like the nth degree that I'm just having a hard time wrapping my brain around a lot of the conversations. But I never read the book. I know the story loosely, but I'm not like so in deep with the book and staying loyal to the book and all these things. And I also felt like all the signs were there that this wasn't going to be the book. They couldn't have said it more, to be honest. Like, really not going to be it's not going to be like, it's not going to be, it's hurt, all these things. And all these people are very upset about the choices that were made and the decisions of where the story went, I guess, in this adaptation. I thought maybe she would have been better off just not naming it Wuthering Heights. Like,
right, I think maybe putting it in quotes wasn't enough.
Right, like I think using the title probably she maybe could have named it something else and said, oh, these characters are loosely based on
the story from Wuthering Heights.
On the story from Wuthering Heights. But in all honesty, like, I enjoyed the movie. Like, I can't say I went in. I'm seeing comments, people being like, my theater was laughing. It was a joke how bad it was. All-time bad movie.
I keep seeing boring as like the most common review.
I didn't think that either. So maybe a little bit in the second half. But the young people, the young versions of themselves were so good. By the way, the kid from Adolescence, so good. He's in this.
I did see a scene and I was like, was that him?
Yeah, he's so good. And then I also left the theater being like, wow, great performances from Margot and Jacob. And I don't know, every little thing's getting torn apart because it's not, I think people are mad at the like love story and quote unquote Wattpad version of what she turned this into, when deep down the book has so many more serious, real conversations and real issues that are addressed and faced in the book that aren't the romance. Mm-hmm. And this movie is very heavily romance. So I get that. And I saw the people be like, look, when I saw this movie was coming out on Valentine's Day, I knew this isn't going to be the movie for me. Because it's like, obviously, this is not the story, not how I interpret Wuthering Heights, all these things. But because I am not super familiar with the book and I don't have a dying loyalty to the book like what appears so many people have, I enjoyed the movie. I thought they were both great. Gia sobbed her eyes out at the end. It was funny because my TikTok went back from people being like walking out of the theater sobbing, being like, oh my God. And then people being like, that was a fucking joke. I hated it so much. So it's crazy. It's all over the place. But I don't know. I looked at Gia. I was like, I mean, you knew it wasn't a happy ending. And she was like, I don't know. I thought maybe she'd change it. Because like also at the end of the day, they're bad people. Like you're not rooting for either of them personally, which I think is a big part of it. They're hot people having these hot romantic moments that you're like, oh, the fiery love that they have. But deep down, they're bad people. Like they're not morally good people. But it's so romance heavy, and it does get a little slower in the second half, I will say, because it just culminates in obviously a not great ending, but not anything shocking in my opinion. But
see, I didn't know. I knew nothing about it, so
yeah, it's now like if you loosely know what happens, I think most people. Maybe I'm speaking out of turn, but I think most people know Wuthering Heights doesn't have like a happy ending. Whether that means like if they end up together or death or whatever. But I feel like most people have the understanding of like, oh, they know that Kathy and Heathcliff's story isn't like they run away and they live happily ever after.
They don't even kiss in the book.
Yeah, it's not really.
So it's really like,
right, which is why people are like, oh my God, they turned this into.
We're changing that.
They turned this into this like smut heavy romance, which people didn't like. And I can understand that because she's full on like, they're hooking up. They're hooking up. So I would probably end up giving it, I think I'd end up giving it a B. Like, I really
was just about to ask the
not
dumbest question of all time. I'm
ruined by it.
I was gonna say, well, what is the author? What do you think the author thinks? And then I realized that this book was written in 1847.
Yeah. Which is also why people are like, the source material is old, and there's been different interpretations of it and different adaptations of it. Movies of the story have been made in the past. And some people like different things. And I really, at the end of the day, maybe her biggest mistake was calling it Wuthering Heights.
Seems like it.
She could have just called it something else and was like, I was inspired by Kathy and Heathcliff. And it's
honestly,
it's a romance from that era.
Could have even changed the names.
Yeah, they could have.
You know what I mean? Like,
could have had different names.
Why not just write a different story in that time
and I'll be
period?
honest, guys, like, Jacob Elordi is drenched for a majority of this movie. My God, the man was walking in the rain the entire movie. Like, he is soaking wet the whole movie. And there were some collective, and look, I'm just a girl, sorry, but like, there's collective moments where I felt the entire theater went, like he.
What percent of the theater were just women?
It was pretty split. There's actually a good amount of guys
I guess
there.
It'd be like couples,
it was Valentine's Day weekend. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
Thursday night. But there's just some moments. There's a moment that he picks her up by her corset, like the center of her corset with one hand, and just like lifts her off the ground. And you just go, oh. You go, oh my goodness. But yeah, and look, that's the movie she made. I don't know. People are very upset about it, but it's a B movie in my mind, for me at least.
You're allowed to enjoy
How
the
dare
movie.
you?
Well, Gia literally asked me, she was making a TikTok after. She was like, "Am I like gonna get canceled for saying I liked Wuthering Heights?" I said, "I don't know, man. I don't know." So it is what it is. But it's obviously very different from what the book is. And people were mad about that for a plethora of reasons. But I went into the movie not being a book person. I don't know the book, so this is the only opinion I know how to have, I guess.
It seems to be a common theme in adaptations, like not being so accurate, like The Housemaid, and like, I guess The Housemaid wasn't really, they didn't change much, they just left a lot out, it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think leaving stuff out is very different than changing things.
Like changing the whole story, basically.
Yeah. Like a lot was changed in this.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Hence why it was in quotes.
Yeah. And it maybe could have been named something
She was
else.
like, this is Wuthering Heights.
I was like, maybe any other heights?
Yeah.
Any other heights around you can rename it to?
The difference between like Lincoln, the movie, and then like Abraham Lincoln Vampire Slayer, where it's like you're taking a lot of liberties.
Certainly taking a lot of liberties.
For sure.
That's everything I watched.
All right, watch Tell Me Lies. That's an A-. I have no idea how they're gonna wrap it up, but
No clue.
Yeah, Wrigley's the only redeeming character at this point.
Yeah.
Evan is maybe bottom 3 now, like in terms of like worst characters.
Yeah.
It's hard to rank them.
It's hard. It really is hard.
Yeah, Industry. The last 2 episodes, I really like can't follow this show.
Oh.
I mean, partially just because like there's a lot of points where I'm not that interested, but it's really sometimes you look up, like I check my phone and I'm like, we got Kit Harington in like a gay like sex orgy, like I don't know like what's going on.
Maybe if you were not looking at your phone,
No,
you
but
would
the
know what's
thing is,
going
it's
on.
like, but the thing is, it's like these things like I don't like.
He goes, I look up from my phone. All of a sudden, this is
Yeah,
happening.
well, it's like,
No,
hey,
I
if you
know,
put your
but-
How
phone
did he
down,
get
maybe you
there?
know why he was in the orgy.
But part of what I'm saying is like a lot of the show kind of seems like they're just doing things for the, what's the word I'm looking for?
Shock value.
Shock value, where it's like like it's crazy, but like what is happening in this show? I don't even know. Like it's supposed to be more about like investing and all that, but they're straying away. I don't know. I'll give it a B-. The Beauty, I'll give it a B+. I'll say like Ashton Kutcher in this last episode, like I'm buying in a little more.
Okay,
like
good.
he was kind of the weak part of the show for me, but I can kind of see it a little more, and it's interesting to see like his whole backstory. Night at Seven Kingdoms. Yeah, I'll give that an A because
It's really good.
It's really good.
Episode 5, honestly, probably even maybe A+.
Yeah, and episode 4, I literally was like cheering from my couch, and then I watched the episode multiple times. Everyone in it's great. It will suck if this is it. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, but sometimes it's like when you get something that's so good, you get 6 episodes, something that's so good, it's like,
no, it's
do you
not.
need to?
Yeah.
Do you need to?
Yeah.
But don't drag it out.
Yeah.
But, that show's amazing. The Traitors, I'll give an A-. Like at this point, I think the only way it'll get up to an A for me is if Rob loses. Because
You're not rooting for him.
No, because I just like it's
Duh.
not. Well.
Noah hates pretty men.
Yeah.
No, I don't. The thing is, it's like if he was the underdog, I'd be rooting for him. But it's just like the fact that it's like he's a lock to win.
It's so fair.
Everyone's rooting for him to win. It's like that's not fun.
No, I totally see both sides of the argument, to be honest. It's like, so he's just going to cruise through this whole thing and
He's gonna cruise through
win?
the whole thing, and it's like everyone's just rooting for him.
Yeah.
Like, everyone wants him to win. Someone's got to I don't know who I'm rooting for, and I don't think
I think even the Faithfuls want him to win.
and I don't even think
Clearly.
I don't even think there is some I can't think of someone who could actually win.
No, like even
outside of
Dorinda's
him.
like, I hope he wins.
But it would be like imagine Maura like last second just like called him out and sent him like that would never happen because she's
Yeah.
just blinded by him. But I'll give that an A-. The Pit.
I'm behind him a bit.
I'll give this an A-. It was like close to an A. Very sad, like obviously like every episode kind of
Yeah.
is, but this one especially like
Gia
toward
said
the
she
end.
sobbed in this episode.
Yeah, it's like some sad people dying.
Oh.
But just a great show.
Yeah.
JFK Jr. I'll give a B-, mainly because I'm interested in JFK and like that aspect of it. But I really think it's more of like a C+ in my mind. I was
Yeah.
shocked to see like the online rhetoric about it being like this show is incredible. Like,
I saw quite the
oh
didn't
opposite.
see
really?
it.
I saw
Everything I saw was like we need like 100 seasons of
Oh
this
my
show.
god!
Like,
Oh,
I
wow,
saw
I didn't see that either.
quite the opposite. I saw like I felt like an idiot for liking the show.
I felt like an
because-
idiot for not liking it.
everything that I saw was like,
Guys, what a good testament to
For You pages.
how
are
social media
just
works
crazy.
these days and how you're just fed.
But they're feeding
certain
us.
things.
You're fed things that make you feel like an idiot
Yeah.
for liking something because
And they don't let you form your own opinion.
but I liked it, and every video I saw was like, this is so horrible. They're doing, and obviously it is a tragic story. So
Yeah.
like, I understand people being upset that if it's, Ryan Murphy, he's making another, people are upset in the first
It's
place that
once
they're
again,
making this.
It's everyone's issue with him is like profiting off of people's trauma and
Right.
people's,
And it is a tragedy what happened.
Yep.
So there was a lot of conversation about that.
Yeah.
But the two actors have great chemistry, so I was like, I like
think she's
it.
really good. Not like in terms of I don't know if she's like portraying her accurately.
Well, we don't really know.
But like that doesn't really matter to me. Like
no, she's just a good actress.
Going to the show, I knew it was going to be like dramatized, and I just something about him. I'm like not buying. Like I don't know. He just I don't think he's. On the same level.
I struggled with it.
Like one of his first roles.
Yeah.
I saw
Maybe
him
he's
say
getting
that.
his footing.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like, would I rather have a guy who's a really good actor who doesn't look like JFK Jr. or a guy who's looks exactly like him but it isn't really like a great actor? Like,
I don't know.
I'd rather
because
have the first.
I don't know if you would though, because I could hear his critique. I could be like, the guy's good, but he really doesn't look like JFK.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Does he even look that much like him?
Pretty fucking spot
I think
on,
he does. I think that they both look like them, and I think Daryl Hannah looks like her too.
Yeah.
Whoever's,
but I think the model she was dating looks just like that guy too.
No, I know. I think that the casting look wise has been pretty spot on.
Yeah.
I do love it, just like you said too, but like just a New York show, like set in the city.
Yeah,
like,
that's why I think I was like really into it because I'm like, oh, they're in New York.
Totally.
But also at the same time, like, we're not watching this for like the best acting of all time. You know what I mean?
No. I think that like going into it, I knew it was gonna be like corny because there are points where I'm like, oh, okay, like this, the writing and stuff. But I'll give it a B minus. I'll continue to watch. I watched This Thing On, the Will Arnett, Bradley Cooper directed movie. It was good. Like it was kind of what I expected. You just have to suspend your belief a little bit because it's so ridiculous. Kind of like the premise that he's just like this recently divorced guy. He's basically walking by the Comedy Cellar and just like stumbles in, goes up at the Comedy Cellar, and then it's just like going up at like that would never happen. But like he was good. Will Arnett was good. It was fine. I'll give it a B. I watched the first episode of that show Neighbors on HBO.
Oh yeah.
About neighbors like feuding.
Yeah. I didn't know what it was about. I thought it was like I thought they made a TV show out of the movie.
You know what? I didn't know either, and I just
Efron movie.
Yeah. I was like, in my mind, I went, "Oh wow, they made a TV show out of the movie Neighbors."
I kept seeing it, thinking
it's like going to be about frat guys.
I thought that they just put Neighbors on HBO.
The movie.
And I was like, oh,
they're
like,
just
I was
marketing
like,
this
I was
whole
like,
thing.
wow,
Yeah.
a lot of people are watching Neighbors.
They do that shit on Netflix all the time.
Yeah.
Putting an old movie
when they
at
put
the
the old
top,
thing
and
in the
you're
top,
like,
and you're like, wait, a lot of people are watching
Yeah.
Neighbors.
Yeah, no, it's like a shot as kind of like a documentary type.
Oh.
And it's like real people with real problems. I don't know how they like found these people.
Is it good?
It's
Wait,
interesting.
I'm like really interested now.
It is
it's
interesting.
about neighbors like fighting.
Yeah, like they find like
It's like your leaves are falling on my side of the lawn.
that's basically what it is. Like,
Yeah.
which I'm kind of curious. Like, how did they find these people and start filming? Like how do they apply for? I don't know how.
Right,
This
it's
works.
like there's
sorry.
a casting that's like, if you have a problem with your neighbor, please call.
Wait, I need
this
to watch
number.
this.
Yeah,
Like,
no, you're probably like it. There's like a few different like they have like a few different stories going on at once. So it's like, but yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Interesting.
Wow. I am watching this when I get home. I don't know why I'm so interested. I feel like just like a bunch of characters on there.
Yeah.
Oh, they're definitely like characters.
Yeah.
But I'll give it a B minus. Like, it's funny and it makes you feel like not. I mean, not that I've ever had a feud with a neighbor, but it's like this is just what happens a lot of the time. And it's about like things that.
I've never had a feud with a neighbor either, but it's almost something you fantasize about.
And there's like one of the storylines.
Right, and like I said, there's so many stereotypical fights.
yeah,
of
cliches.
neighbor. Yeah,
like it's
your
like
leaves on my lawn, you're cutting your grass, your fence.
yeah, you grow up thinking like, am I gonna be like fighting with
You're
my neighbor
plowing
when
your
I get older?
snow into my yard.
The main one is like this guy who just happens
Don't
to.
spoil it.
No, it's not a spoiler.
kidding.
He's like huge on TikTok. Right? He has over 2 million followers on TikTok. This older like dad guy, and he like moved into this huge like empty field. So like across the field, there's another neighbor. Like that's his neighbor, and he put up like a fence when he moved in, which like blocks the road. So this other guy has a bunch of horses, and I guess the horses can't like just wander free now. So it's all about like. You take that fence down, like it's just hilarious. And he's like, you're saying to your 2 million TikTok followers, they're harassing our family. Like, it's pretty interesting.
I want like
no, there's other ones too about like this is a private property. Like, you can't go on our beach. Like, there's one where that's like on the beach.
So it's like, is it like really rich people?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
They're not rich.
Okay. Because I want like classic.
No, trust me, these are not.
I want like middle class drama.
Oh, it is.
Okay.
It is. So I'll give that a B-. I watched the first 2 episodes of Landman. Just, I don't know.
Yeah, I've heard good.
Very popular right now.
Mixed review. I think I heard that season 1's like better than, and then it goes downhill. It's good. It's like very dramatic, but it's interesting. Like in terms, I don't really know much about like the oil industry and all that. Yeah. So I'll give that a B-. What's her name? Michelle
Randolph.
She's a fan of her.
Yeah, obviously. Shocking.
And then I watched Song Sung Blue last night. Finally.
Oh, right, because you never saw it.
I never saw it.
He's gonna hate it.
Look at
him.
No, I'm not gonna say that I hate it at all. Of course, because we had Kate Hudson here and it was great.
Okay, you could be honest about your feelings.
I don't know. I definitely didn't hate it. I didn't go into it thinking I was gonna love it. I'm not a huge Neil Diamond guy. Not that really matters here because it's not him.
Yeah.
I thought the story was like interesting. It's just not for me. I think the movie, like, it was wholesome. I guess. But I never.
I guess. I mean, it's also pretty sad.
It is sad. I thought the singing was great.
Yeah,
they were great singing.
Nominated for an Academy Award.
Yeah,
Kate Hudson.
she was.
Yeah. He is. Yeah, she was.
Her that poster was right next to my TV when I was watching this. But there are some other people that I thought maybe like would be more deserving. Like, I love Kate Hudson, but like, and I thought she was really good. I didn't. There was just never a moment where I was like, this is an incredible like.
Yeah.
But I thought it was really good. I thought like some of the songs went on for like a long time. I was like, wow,
they did.
We're just watching a full concert now.
That is true. That is true.
But I'll give it a B-. Like, just a good movie. Like, I definitely didn't hate it.
It's a fun movie.
And it's not like, just
parts of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the music and the fun. There's a lot of uplifting, and then then just smacks you in the face with sad.
And I think they definitely took like creative liberties too, where like, I don't think this is a spoiler, but it's like you're telling me that he died like right before he was gonna meet Neil Diamond. Like, that didn't happen that way.
Yeah.
And also like he was that point where he's like, is he dying on stage for a second? Then he's just like back to singing. But when that car hitting her, I was like, I had to look up. I'm like, did that really happen?
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
It's a crazy story.
It is a crazy story.
It's a crazy story.
But yeah, that's everything I watched. So.
I'm glad that you watched it.
Yeah.
I liked it. I did
Yeah,
not
no,
like it.
that's
And
fine.
I don't want to be like
No.
mean to.
No,
You're not being
I didn't
mean.
think you
It's
were.
not-
I didn't. Honestly, this is how I thought you would feel about it. I didn't think you were gonna hate it. I didn't think you were gonna love
It's
it.
not like you're gonna be like, this is the best movie of all time. It's a pretty sad story.
Yeah, for sure.
A little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Yep.
All right. That is everything we watched.